Are there? Is history fake? Well, it is, but it isn't. Let me explain. Your soul is here on earth for this experience. You're in this timeline, in the here and now. And you know, just in the 3D, you know that history is written by the victors. So you know that history is not the exact truth, or the total truth. But what do you have to prove it? What have you got to what have you got to prove it? You go to school and you learn what they teach you in school. It's a programming. There is the other sides of the story just are not available to you. But there are clues. So a lot of us go down and we it's as a passion or as an interest. You go and research and you find all these amazing alternative facts and you try and piece together a different story. But everything is your perception. And eventually, along this journey, the fake history, that search for the fake history and the real truth will lead you down to discoveries such as, oh, the Rothschilds. Who are the Rothschilds? Hitler's a Rothschild. You find out about the controllers on earth and how they manipulate things and the enslavement of humans. You find out about maritime law, and you find out about, that you're a dead entity. For example, another example is Tiananmen Square. This is an example of the Mandela effect. You know, at the time, just over 30 years ago, I was a university student, and I clearly remember on Red Square the protests and the tanks and the chap going under the tank. And if you look at the history now, no, he didn't go under the tank. He climbed on top of the tank and he waved a white flag, and that was the end of it. It was peaceful. It's even in my timeline, in 30 years, the history has changed that much. So, what do you really know? And how do you prove it? But you've got this insatiable drive. Some of us have got this drive. We just keep searching because we want to. Something is probably our ego, but something's driving us to find the truth. We're desperate to find the truth, and we think we're onto something hot. But the whole time, we're in our head. We are really in our mind at all stages. And this is all a storyline. Before you wake up, you don't see it. You're just accepting, for the most part, that history is it. And yeah, it's been changed a bit by the victor, but this is it. There's one earth, and we have a life, and there's a past, and hopefully humanity's got a good future. But then when you start your awakening process, you know you've been lied to, and you start digging deeper and deeper, and you come across so many things. And it is liberating to a degree, because you feel you're getting closer and closer to the truth. But the whole time you're in your mind, you're in this mind loop, and that is the concept of what I'm trying to talk to you about today. Is be careful of, yes, history is there, but be very careful of trying to solve it with your mind. You are awakened, and if you stay in your mind, you will not go on. It could be a 30-year journey of you just constantly chasing this, but it is elusive. You will not find the truth here on earth. The truth is inside of you, and that is your soul, and your connection from your soul to through the veil to your higher self, to your guides, and to oneness. And you will be in absolute awe, because the full truth is available there. There's the Akashic records. My sister-in-law Nats went into the Akashic records, and they asked if she wanted to see Earth, and she said yes, and they showed it to her. Earth was a little tiny grain of sand in this massive, vast desert. As a comparison, it is so insignificant. It is but one timeline that a fractal of your soul has chosen to go and live a life on, for the experience. And that's the whole thing. Is that you can get the history of everything in the Akashic records, and through the veil your guides can see this. But here on earth, while we're in the third dimension, and even while we're in the fourth dimension, we can, it's not readily available. In the fourth dimension, you can start getting the answers. And where we're going in the fifth dimension, where we regain our connection to all, and we will have answers to everything. But you will understand that the history on this little earth is so insignificant. It is not, we don't come to earth for the history. We come for the experience. We lose our memory, we lose our connection, and we are supposed to wake up and find our way back home. But that home is through love. It's through unconditional love. And that's why the journey, if you want to find the truth, you do go inside you. And that is the ascension journey. So when you start your ascension process, like I'm using history as an example. So you've got your tree, and there's this branch, the history branch. And like for myself, I went on this branch, and I went for months and months on this branch. Other people will go on a different branch with what they're chasing or what they think is interesting. It is all very, very interesting, but it is a branch which eventually gets weaker and weaker, thinner and thinner, and it will not support you. And when you finally come back to where you come back to the stage of the tree where the branch started, so you were there, and instead of moving up the tree and going towards ascension in the fifth dimension, you spend a lot of time out in these branches, and everybody's doing this. So history is just one of the examples, and that for those of us that have been chasing history, and we knew there was this fake history, and therefore we were searching for the truth, eventually you will say, thank you, thanks for this fake history, because that's what got me out of the dream spell. It got me into an awakened state, and from there it was possible for me to start ascending. And that is the name of the game here. Your soul comes to this for the experience. There are an endless amount of holograms, of parallel universes. There are so many earth experiences, and you're living all your lives, past, present, and future, at the same time. The thing that matters to you is the present. So stay in the present, get out of the mind, and you ascend through your heart. And the truth is unbelievable. Well, thanks guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Bye bye.